Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to our beloved course Grammatical Structure. This is lecture number 7 and we are going to exclusively do some exercises in this lecture about the things that we have studied before. So let's start our lecture by going to page number 33, page 33 on the book. If we go to page 33, we have exercise number 33, which is a warm-up exercise. As I told you before, that there are the key answers, the answers for these exercises at the back of the book, but some students did not get the required edition. The 4th edition with answer key, so I uploaded the answers for you in the blackboard. So if you go to the blackboard, you will see a link called the answer key, and then you will find the answers for these exercises. So this is a little warm-up exercise, just to warm up our mind before we get into the exercises. So number 1, we have Nadia is always talking on the phone when I am trying to study. Well, yes, this is a correct answer. Why? Because Nadia, while someone is trying to study, the one who is speaking in the sentence, Nadia is always talking in the phone. So let's check our answer, whether it is correct or not. We can go directly to the answer key. On page 465, you have the answer key. So if you don't have this in the book, in your book, you will find it in the blackboard. We go to page 33. Where is exercise 33? Exercise 33, page 33. All the sentences are correct. So all of these sentences are correct. Nadia is always talking in the phone. Frank always studies in the library after school, because this is something like a habit. My friends always do their homework together. Our math teacher is always giving us surprise quizzes. So all of these sentences are correct. So let's go to this little rule 2-9. 2-9, using progressive verbs with always. What I told you before, that there are some signal words that we use with the simple present, and always is one of them. But we can use always sometimes in the progressive, in the continuous sense. Examples here: Mary always leaves for school at 7:45. This is simple present, but sometimes we can use always with progressive. Mary is always leaving her dirty socks on the floor for me to pick up. I am always, forever, constantly picking up Mary's dirty socks. So sometimes we use always in the progressive. So it is in special circumstances, that says here. In special circumstances, not something that we do very frequently. So this is just something to draw your attention to. If we go to page 34, let's go to page 34, yes. Exercise 37, we have the word listen to music in her room. This is just to expand our sentences. We usually use very simple sentence like he's playing, she's singing, he's praying, but we want to use some words to our sentences. So here we have the action and the place. Listen to music in her room. So we say she is in her room listening to music. Or we can say the opposite. She is listening to music in her room. Both are correct. So either we say she is in her room listening to music, or we say she is listening to music in her, excuse my bad writing, but it's just for the sake not to delay you. She is listening to music in her room. And again, what's Soon doing? He is listening to music in the living room. So you see, this is just a variety of style. You change your style depending on what you want to stress. Do you want to stress that someone is in the room, or do you want to stress that someone is doing something? So it depends also on your intonation. It's not about just the order of the words in your sentence, but also the intonation. So if you say something, she's in her room listening to music, so you want to stress that she is listening to music. But if you say she is in her room listening to music, so it depends on the way you want to express things. Let's go to page 35. Page 35. If we go to page 35, exercise 38, check your knowledge. Number 1. Breakfast is an important meal. I am always eating breakfast. Well, here we are talking about a fact. Breakfast is an important meal. So we expect the second sentence to be the same, talking about facts. And when we talk about facts, it means we are talking about the simple present. So it should be I always eat breakfast. So it becomes I always eat breakfast. Why? Because we are talking here about the fact. While I was working in my office yesterday, my cousin stops by to visit me. Wait. Here we have a sentence in the past. Yesterday. And we have something ongoing in the past, in the present progressive, was working. So we cannot use here the simple present now. So we say my cousin stopped by to visit me. Yuki stayed home because she catched a bad cold. Because she catched a bad cold. Well, you would say, for example, something like Yuki was staying home because she catched a bad cold. There are different varieties here. You could say Yuki had stayed home because she caught a bad cold. So let's check the key answer. There are different answers to this exercise. Sometimes you will find this. It's on page 35. Yes, because she caught a bad cold. This is what I said. The problem here. Another solution to this, as I said, you could say Yuki was staying home. You can change this. Yuki was staying home because she caught a bad cold. Or you can have it as it is. Yuki stayed home because she caught a bad cold. another solution, you would say Yuki had stayed home, or has stayed home because she caught a bad cold. There are different ways, and sometimes in the exercises you will find the answer. There are more than one answer. You will find in the key answer the writer herself answers something like there are variety of answers. Answers will differ, or answers will vary, and this is, I think, one of them. Let's go to other exercises. Let's jump directly to chapter 4. Chapter 4, future time. We are going to talk about will and going to. We talked about them, but let's mention this very important thing about the difference between will and going to. It's on page 63. The difference between will and yes. So it is on page 63 on table number 4-2, will versus going to. Try to have. So we have will and going to are both used for prediction. You are going to predict something that's going to happen. So according to the weather report, it will be cloudy tomorrow. So here you are predicting that it's going to be cloudy. It will be raining tomorrow. It will be windy tomorrow. So here you are predicting. It's the same if you say, according to the weather report, it's going to be cloudy tomorrow. So both of them share the meaning of prediction. But going to can be different from will when we talk about prior plan. Plan that you planned before you speak. Why did you buy this paint? I am going to paint my bedroom tomorrow. So it's like you are planning to do something. Here, going to means a plan. But we cannot use I will paint my bedroom. You say I will paint my bedroom, it becomes the third meaning, which is willingness. So we have prediction, prior plan, number 2. Number 2, and we have willingness as the third meaning. Willingness means you are going to do something. There is a will in your speech to do something. So the phone is ringing. I'll get it means I'll do it. I'll go myself to do this. So this is the difference. Either you predict something, or you talk about plan, or you have the willingness to do something. Will and going to share the meaning of prediction. Going to solely has the meaning of planning. Will solely has the meaning of willingness. You remember that I talked about the difference about some people talk about the immediate future and the far future. Between going to means the near future, and then the far future, forward. This is also one meaning, but for me, I would say this slight difference does not matter a lot, and I think they should be interchangeably used, unless if you want to make this slight difference between planning and willingness. So let's do an exercise to see whether we can differentiate between yes. I'm trying to make it how about we have it like this. It's not clear. I'll try. There is no one that can help me here. Please. Yes. Now I think it becomes better. Yes. I got it now. Oh. Please. Yes. Good. So exercise 10 on page 64. We want to differentiate between prediction plan and willingness. Number one, dinner's almost ready. I'll set the table. It's willingness, yes. Even has some vacation time. He's going to take next week off. So is this prediction? Are we predicting something here? No. Is it willingness or is it plan? It's more like plan. He's planning to take the next week off. So it is plan. Heidi will love her birthday present. It's just what she wants. So we are predicting here that Heidi will love the present. So it is prediction. I don't like my job. I am going to quit when I get back from vacation. So I'm going to quit. So it's more like a plan. He's planning to quit from his work. So let's check our answers to see whether we are doing fine or not. It's in exercise chapter 4, page 64. So yes. So if you see the answers, let me take this off. Please go off. Yeah. And then we go here to exercise 10, page 64. It is number 2, plan, prediction, and then a plan. Don't cheat, please. I'll leave the rest for you so you can do them at home or by yourself because you are already at home. One last thing about this prediction thing is expressing the future in time clauses. This is a very nice thing. Bob will come soon. When Bob comes, we will see him. So here you see we used the future tense and then we used the simple presence. So when Bob comes is a time clause. When plus subject or plus verb, it's a time clause. When the meaning of the time clause is future, the simple present tense is used. So here we used the simple present, although the sentence in the future. Why? Because we use this time clause. Again, Linda is going to leave soon. Before she leaves, she is going to finish her work. So whenever we use these time clauses, where we use the simple present. While I am traveling in Europe next year, I am going to save money. I'll go to bed after I finish my work. I will go to bed after I have finished my work. Again, after and before, these are time clauses. We use the simple present, and sometimes we use the present perfect. This is just to draw your attention to these little interesting, nice rules. Well, I think that's it for lecture number 7. I hope I explained to you a little bit how to do some exercises. I beg your pardon. I think I'm catching cold, so sorry. So what I need from you is to go to your book and exercise more and more, and then check your answer and see whether you are doing good or not. I'll see you inshallah next class. Thank you and all the best.